My name is Sayra Vega, and I am a student at California Baptist University. And as part of a requirement for the Entrepreneurship class in the Master's Business Administration program, I will be presenting on the company Instacart. So, a little bit of overview on this presentation will be a history of Instacart, as well as its mission and vision statements of the company and the blue ocean strategy that will be applied to this firm. We will also go over the customer industry segmentation, the corporate structure, social media, competitive advantages, and its core competencies of the firm, as well as the startup costs or other funding channels for Instacart. So, Instacart was founded in 2012 by co-founders Apura Maida, Max Mullen, and Brandon Leonardo. So, until recently, the grocery shopping experience had remained unchanged for decades, where long queues, searching through aisles, and driving time was one of the hassles for individuals. But due to the increased demand for convenience from consumers and advancements in technology, it had created an opportunity for a more personalized shopping experience via online grocery delivery. And with COVID 19, the COVID 19 pandemic as an additional catalyst for online grocery delivery, this led to Instacart as the leading grocery delivery company in the United States. And its four stakeholders that Instacart's product serves are its consumers who use the app to purchase goods, shoppers who purchase and deliver the goods, and retailers who stock the goods, and brand partners that fight for the ad space. And right now, Instacart is available in about 85% of US households and 70% of Canadian households as well. So it serves the United States and Canada. So Instacart's mission statement is as follows, where it says to create a world where everyone has access to the food they love and more time to enjoy it together. Where others see a simple need for grocery delivery, we see exciting complexity and endless opportunity to serve the varied needs of our community of consumers, shoppers, retailers, and brands. Its vision statement is as follows to build innovative solutions to never before solved business, technical, logistical, service, and creative challenges. So, what a blue ocean strategy is it creates uncontested market space, does not have trade offs, makes the competition irrelevant, and create and capture new demand, as well as aligning the whole system of a firm's activities in pursuit of differentiation and low cost. The blue ocean strategy is achieved only when the whole system of a company's utility, price, and cost activities is properly aligned. This, therefore, it's a whole system approach that makes the creation of blue oceans a sustainable energy strategy. Instacart would fall into a blue ocean strategy where virtually there's no competition present when to meet the online grocery demand of delivering groceries by personal shoppers. The need came along when, among busy professionals and people who found grocery shopping a hassle. Instacart had originally began delivering locally in San Francisco and was done through Uber drivers. However, as the years and demand for drivers were needed, Instacart hired their own shoppers. Grocery outlets have been benefited from partnering with Instacart since it pushes their sales and exposure. The reason behind Instacart's success is through its three client segments, which are its users, shoppers, and stores. The users are the people who buy or show interest in buying groceries and are the most crucial part of the ecosystem since they create demand for the products. Shoppers are the workers or employees who provide the products to the customer. Full time shoppers are independent contractors who shop and deliver the product, while part time shoppers are the in house store shoppers that shop for the groceries and have them ready for pickup. Lastly, the stores are the ones who fulfill the demand for the products. So in this slide, we go into an analysis of the industry where we first focus on the North American Industry Classification System, which is a standard used by federal statistical agencies in classifying business establishments for the purpose of collecting, analyzing, and publishing statistical data related to the U.S. business economy. It uses a six-digit coding system consisting of the sector, subsector, industry group, industry, and national sector. So for Instacart's national American Industry Classification System, or the NAICS, it would fall under the number 492210, which is under the category of local messengers and local delivery. So Instacart turned a profit in the first 6 months of 2023, reporting a net income of $242 million. And they are now aiming for valuation up to $10 billion in the upcoming initial public offering, where Instacart plans to offer 22 million shares when it debuts on the stock market exchange, including from the current shareholders. The company will trace under the ticker CART with the price range between $28 to $30 per share. And the benefits that a company possesses when going through an IPO include increased visibility, better access to capital, and using stock options as a form to compensate employees. The profit margins in the online grocery delivery the industry, however, can vary depending on various factors such as the business model, scale of operations, competition, and cost structure. Further into the industry analysis, Instacart's location preferences is vital as it considers factors such as population density, demand for grocery delivery services, competition, and logistical efficiency. Due to the increased demand for convenience from busy professionals and the ability to provide a personalized shopping experience via online grocery delivery, Instacart was able to fulfill this need successfully. Shoppers can choose their location preferences to shop and deliver items to consumers. Therefore, consumers living in remote areas can enjoy this service without the hassle of driving far to do their shopping. Since Instacart was founded in San Francisco, this was an ideal location due to its tech-savvy population and high population density. New York was also attractive due to its massive population and the demand for convenient services. Here we have the different types of corporate structures that businesses can go under by. So that's the sole proprietorship, partnership, limited liability company, and a corporation. For Instacart, this would be they would be falling under a corporate structure, specifically a C corporation, which is the legal process of forming a new corporation to incorporate business file articles of incorporation with the state in which they plan to do business. Once the articles are filed, the corporation is considered a legal entity separate from its owners. Since corporations allow access to raising funds by selling stock, this has allowed Instacart to go public. And in the stock market earlier this week was under the ticker symbol CART. And then priced at $30 per share ahead of the initial public offering, it hit a peak of $42.95 and in the first few minutes of trading in the NASDAQ stock exchange, giving the company a market value of more than $11 billion, as mentioned previously. So we go here through social media's advantages and disadvantages, with more advantages towards using social media for businesses. And the number one, of course, is attracting customers, increase market outreach, increase revenue through customer networks and advertising, develop brands, recruit skilled staff, and keeping an eye out on competitors. With Instacart's marketing strategy, it helps retailers of all sizes expand their offerings on the Instacart application or their Instacart platform powered websites and apps, driving incremental revenue and better serving customers. It also enables retailers to deliver more value to customers with targeted promotions across owned and paid channels. Retailers are given access to self-serve tools and Instacart experts that act as an extension of retailers' marketing teams, connecting them with consumers at their point of purchase across Instacart's e-commerce platforms and providing retailers data and insights from each of their own campaigns. So based on Instacart's marketing channels, the majority of their marketing techniques are directly so on social media, on websites, on their phones, and so on. So here we see Instacart's core competencies, which are its suppliers, quick delivery, which is done with groceries in as little as 1 hour being delivered to the consumer or the user, customers 24/7 customer service, balance sheet, using the balance sheet, where it allows the company to invest in new and diverse projects, brand recognition, and in a diverse portfolio. Its competitive advantage is its geographical outreach. It's forging new partnerships and no need to invest in inventory or delivery infrastructure. And it's also continuing to generate revenue through its subscriptions, delivery fees, gift cards, commissions from its partners or the retail locations, and as well as advertisement fees. So here we have the types of funding for Instacart. So to start a grocery delivery app company, we see a breakdown of what we need to get those funds started. So here we have a graph or a table of what we need. So we would need app developers, app designers, app testers, a project management team, or what we call a technical documentation, and therefore we have two totals here. So we have per platform. So we have to consider that we have to work with Android platforms and the iOS, which is for Apple users. So if a business wanted just to focus on a grocery delivery app just for one platform, then we can see here it could range from 14,500 to 29,000. But Instacart has been successful, and it would make more sense to guard or to create this opportunity for both platforms. So from both platforms, their totals would come out to from 29,000 to 58,000 that we would need to start up this business. So we want to know what kind of funding we would need for this type of business. So there's different sources of funding, which include retained earnings, step capital, and equity capital. So the source that would best suit Instacart for funding is through equity capital. When Instacart first started, its founder would pick up and deliver the groceries using Uber since he did not have a car. So there was no need to seek funding for a building or warehouse, since the goal was to make grocery delivery convenient by personally delivering them to the customer from already established retailers. So when the founder used the app to place an order for Y Combinator, this is where he met his co-founders. Therefore, in 2014, Instacart announced it had raised $44 million in a Series B round, which occurs or when a startup has passed several milestones in the development and operation, and includes venture capitalists and private equity as potential investors. So Instacart's profit margin is where the total amount of income generated by the sales of goods or services related to the company's primary operations. So on the other hand, net profit is the amount of income that remains the after accounting for all expenses, debt, additional income streams, and operating costs. So on average, Instacart makes about $10 per order in revenue, with $3 in cost of revenue, representing about 70% of gross margins. Instacart generated about $2.5 billion in revenue in 2022, with a net profit of $428 million. So to break even, we use what we call a customer acquisition cost, which is the amount of money a company spends to get new customers, helping measure the return on investment of efforts to grow one's clientele. Instacart's customer acquisition cost in 2022 was $625. So with a $7 gross profit per order, it would take about Instacart about 89 orders to break even on a customer acquisition cost. So taking about 22 months to break even on for members who on average make about 4 purchases a month, and about 44 months for non-members who make about 2 purchases per month. So even though Instacart has virtually no competitors, we do have comparisons such as Amazon Fresh and Walmart Grocery, which are among the alternatives, with Amazon Fresh being Instacart's top competitor. Amazon generates about 40% of all e-commerce sales in the United States, giving Amazon Fresh advantage over Instacart. Since Instacart has a price markup of 5% for most items, Walmart's grocery offerings are cheaper since they're mostly at store pricing. However, both Amazon Fresh and Walmart Grocery are only limited to their own offerings, respectively. So Instacart's has a gross margin of 70%, while Walmart's gross margin is about 25%, and Amazon Fresh has 46% gross margin. So just some closing thoughts. We went over the history of Instacart, which was founded in 2012, serving as the most successful online grocery delivery service across the United States and parts of Canada. Serving as a catalyst for Instacart's success, the COVID-19 pandemic made it more popular than ever. Even after experiencing a profit loss in 2022, Instacart was successful as they underwent an initial public offering, or the IPO, in September 2023, with the shares rising 12% and its company value at just over $11 billion. The online grocery delivery service offers several benefits, with the main one being the convenience of having groceries delivered to one's doorstep in as little as 2 hours. It's also offered its optional cost saving subscription and has partnered with thousands of retailers since then. So they have generated their revenue through these other revenue streams.